Happy birthday, Coach. Start us off.
It's a big week for our program. We have a very tough task ahead, going to a first-place team on the road. But I'm loving coaching this group, and we're getting better every single week. And I thought we played a really good 20 minutes at Bradley, and the second half didn't go the way we wanted it to, and we got to improve on that. But I think from when we started the conference play at Indiana State to where we are now, we are much better in these past 2 weeks. And Loyola is going to present a lot of challenges for us, but I'm excited to watch our guys, and these next couple of days of practice will be important in terms of our preparation. And obviously playing on the road with an inexperienced group and a young group, they're getting better every single day, and we just have to keep focusing on having great practices and continue to improve and continue to play the way we want to play and continue to be us. And it takes 40 minutes to win on the road. It's got to be possession by possession, and that's our challenge on Thursday night.
What kind of impact does Eric have on the team?
Eric has a big impact. Just his experience and his ability to create for others. I've always said that about him. He can pass, shoot, and dribble. He's a dynamic guard, and he's an experienced guard. So when he's playing well, our team's playing well.
What makes him a great defender, Bryan?
Well, he's got really good feet. He's got really good feet, and he's got good instincts too. He can get in the passing lanes, and I challenge him every day to be the best defender on the court. And if he gets that mindset, he can be a special defensive player.
Going back to Loyola, what are the emotions and feelings coming up when you think about it?
I loved my experience at Loyola, and I'm very grateful to be able to work for Coach Mosier, and he gave me an opportunity in this profession, and believed in me too in terms of promoting me throughout my time there. So I have great relationships there, and I always hold that place special to me. But I'm excited because it's a chance to go and get a win at a team that's ranked first in our league, and for us it's another opportunity to play on the road in a great atmosphere, and I'm excited to coach our guys.
Practice-wise, game scheming for them, since you know it so well.
Yeah.
What is it different than in maybe some of the other preparations?
Not really. I haven't watched them a lot this year. I've watched them, but not in terms of preparing for them. It's different when you're preparing for a team, and it's really the same process. Trying to figure out, how to guard ball screens, how to guard their actions, how to score on them. Even though I was there for so long and I know the players and what coach wants, it's still, there's so many decisions that you have to make going into a preparation for a scout that it's really the same process.
How has Eric stepped into a leadership role since you've arrived here?
Yeah, he's a senior guard. He's a fifth-year senior guard. He's got a lot of experience, and him and Aaron Cook, obviously the two guards that played a lot for these guys last year. We rely on those guys every single day, and even with AC out, just them being vocal at practice is important for us.
How have you seen Eric improve since this summer?
Well, I think he's being more consistent with his approach every single day in terms of getting in the gym, taking care of his body, going hard in practice, and then in the weight room as well. I think he's made big strides in the weight room.
If Stefan is not ready to go the next 2 games, how can you cover somebody like Robinson, Cook, with 6'5" or 6'6" guy? I don't see how you do it. You're a coach.
Yeah. Well, we got Barrett, first of all. And then, it's going to be by committee. We need Barrett to stay in the game. And he plays extremely hard, and sometimes he gets some fouls for probably playing too hard or getting too emotional. But after that, we can play small, and we can do different things, and it can help us defensively, offensively, space the floor. And they got to match up to us, too. That's the biggest thing. If you have a 6'10" or 7-footer, and now he's got to guard Marcus or KD or Gooch out on the perimeter, that's a difficult matchup for the other teams as well.
Can you test Brentwood's conditioning by trotting out a 5-yard lineup?
Conditioning-wise, but also his, maybe his ability to guard a guard, or guard a guy who can really shoot it, and just help with our spacing on the floor, open up the paint a little bit more for driving lanes and be able to pass and kick a little bit more. So we're going to have to try a couple different things offensively, and hopefully, if we're making shots offensively, that could improve our defense as well.
Going into this week, you have to deal obviously with a big injury. And so this week, have you looked at maybe how you're going to work with depth and maybe shuffling lineups? Or has there been more of a look at what you've got as far as depth?
Yeah, I mean, we know what we have because we don't have a ton of depth right now, so, we're just trying to figure out, the best lineups depending on the matchups. When teams play different guys, or offensively, if we want to do different things, what guys work the best in terms of different offensive sets, and then for the defensive scouting report and the schemes, what guys can execute that better. So it's about rotations and just kind of figuring out, and obviously, once the game starts, things change. We'll see how they're guarding us. We'll see what kind of actions they're running and try to match up and make the best decisions as possible.
Is it hard to get in those rotations as the game was going on when you didn't know exactly the injury status with CQ, but the second half, it looked like, obviously, when you mentioned it, 2 different halves.
Yeah.
So was it hard trying to figure on the fly of rotation?
Yeah, I mean, we work, playing small. We just didn't execute as well as we needed to in the second half, and I thought the way we started the second half, kind of set the tone for the rest of the half. We played extremely hard the first half, and I thought with great intensity and urgency, and we executed well. We missed some shots in the first half, but we got what we wanted. And in the second half, there was just too much slippage, and we need to do a better job of playing 40 minutes on the road.
So, intensity, et cetera, you can't really coach that, can you? You can tell them play more intensely.
Yeah.
They did the first half, and then the second half, for some reason, they didn't. So how can you really solve it?
Well, it's every day. It's in practice. It's in the weight room. Well, I mean, I think the intensity comes from what we do today, what we do tomorrow, what we do in the weight room, what we do in the film session, the walkthrough, guys being focused and locked in, and the Siku injury. It was a bad injury, and those guys are extremely close to Siku, and when you hear them laying on the floor and screaming, I think it was tough for our group a little bit emotionally over those next 15, 20 minutes. To kind of get focused, and that's what I told them after the game, that we got to do a better job of making sure we're ready to start the half. And when someone gets hurt, Siku was talking to me, he was moving, he was in pain, but that's different than a life-threatening injury or something where it's a little bit more scary. And I think our guys need to respond because Siku gave up his body for our team, and we need to make sure that we honor that and we play for Siku. And I think our guys will be ready to go on Thursday.
Since then, what's the body language been like with the guys? What do you see?
Oh, they've been great. We had a really good practice yesterday. We'll have another good one today. That's why I said I love coaching this group, because we do have really good practices. The young guys are ready to work. Barrett, Ronnie bring great communication and energy every single day for seniors. And that's why we've gotten better throughout the season, because we do have good practices, and why we'll continue to get better, and hopefully we'll be playing our best basketball in February.
What would you say is Eric's best quality?
I think it's competitiveness. When he hates to lose, and he hates to lose in practice and the games. He gets frustrated sometimes, and takes it out on himself and gets emotional, but it also makes him a great player.
Coach, it's now that you're a coach, do you remember what it was like to be on break as a student here? When classes start up again, did you set any goals? How does your job differ when school is out versus when it starts back up? Is it the same, or do you have more chance to coach during break? Or how?
Well, yeah, you get a little more time with the guys. I mean, the guys probably get to get in the gym a little bit more. You try to keep the guys busy so they're not, just, watching Netflix and playing video games the whole day. But my job doesn't change as much. I mean, and our guys still get in the gym on their own all the time as well. It's just, I'm sure the guys love it. It's, in terms of having a break from the academics. But I also think with the students back on campus, a lot of guys are ready, to start up school again, get back into that routine, have everyone back on campus, have the students at the game. So I also think it's a good thing that school started back up.
First semester, you got a bunch of new guys academically. Your young men are performing?
Yes, very well, very well. We had the highest GPA in program history, so it was a good first semester and need to do better second semester.
Your return is making news, but Rogers Park's not that far from Evanston. You have a couple of players who have significant Evanston connections.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get them to dial down a little bit?
I don't know about dialed down. I mean, I think they're excited, Barrett and Lance, those two especially, you know, to kind of get back towards home. I know they'll probably have a lot of people coming, but I'm not too worried about those guys. I mean, they'll be ready to go. You know, Barrett's always ready to go, and I think Lance will be excited to go back home and play in front of some people he knows.
What would you say is the best aspect, besides being 6'9", 250, of Crutwood? His passing or rebounding? Which aspect is?
I'd probably say his communication. He's one of the best talkers I've been around in terms of knowing the game and his IQ. He was like that when he was a freshman. He was the loudest guy at practice every single day, and you know, his IQ and his communication is at a high level for a person who's 20, 21 years old.
During the games, too.
During the games, during practices, during film sessions, yeah.
He'll make you pay if you double him, right?
Yeah, he's a great passer. He'll make you pay if you don't double him too. So we're going to try to figure out, you know, the best scheme for him and do our best. But it's got to be all five guys, and you know, they have so many other good players. It's not just Crutwig. You know, it's not just, he's not the only one that could beat us. Lucas, Tate, Clemens, Marquise, you know, Ahir, all those guys are capable of putting up 20 points, and that's why they're so good. They're very balanced.
Has Stefan been able to go? Brian, you think you're going to have him available at least Thursday?
He hasn't practiced. He didn't practice yesterday. You know, got treatment this morning. You know, it's an ankle sprain. I'm not sure if we'll have him Thursday or not, so we'll see how these next 2 days of practice go.
And have you talked with Aaron Cook about going forward? Is he still trying to come back this season?
Yeah, we're going to meet this week and talk to him. So I'm going to see, again, these next 2 days with practice, and then meet with him this week and kind of get a plan going forward with AC.
Coach, you talked about Barrett earlier. What kind of leadership does he bring? I mean, he's a high energy guy at practice. What does he bring to practice?
He's been so important. I've said it since I've been here for this program, for our younger guys, not just on the court stuff in terms of his communication, his energy. He sends the right message on the court in terms of getting ready for practice and echoing what the coaches are saying. But then off the court too, in the locker room, at the apartments, taking the freshmen to eat. He's very valuable to this program, and not just because of basketball things.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.